And welcome to Flamecast. Finally, if people like all one or two of you have been waiting for this one for like 2.5 years, surprise! We finally came out with
It's
another one.
semi-annual.
I'm like, yeah, because I had been wanting to do one for like a long time, and it's like, I just never got around to it. Working on other stuff, watching so many movies and stuff at home. And the funny thing is that usually I'd be involved in Lord of the Rings online and doing that. I haven't played in like a year.
It's shocking this, 17-year-old game you're not playing anymore.
I know. Well, I mean, part of it is eh, every so often they do an update to that game, and all of your stats, your the things you have set up where you have them, it all resets, and then you have to go and reassign everything. I'm like, I'm just done with that.
Yeah, yeah. The Before we get started,
Yeah.
he is Todd Pletz. Welcome to Flamecast.
Oh yeah,
He's not done it so long that he doesn't remember how to introduce himself.
that's right.
I am Wes Swingley.
And I have the
I have a Flaming Death shirt somewhere. I just don't know where it's at.
yesterday. I had one of my figures in action shirts on there. Well, wearing anyways, and I'm like, gosh, I should have worn this one like for today instead of yesterday. But
I have thematic, but not, not sponsored.
ah, now they're gonna demand money.
I wish I was sponsored by Slurm.
um,
Yeah, you mentioned Lord of the Rings, which is one of those, undying MMORPGs. The other undying one that I played ages ago and I've always been tempted to get back into is Star Trek Online. Like, I've heard it's pretty fun, but, who's got time?
I popped in there. Gosh, when was that? It's over 2 years ago. But yeah, oh, this was cool because at it for a certain time they had uh like a deal with another company that would make 3D prints of your ships,
Oh, yeah.
and you could get various sizes. And the smallest size was like perfect for the fastest Star Trek game. So yeah, the Red October.
Very nice. So I assume it came in gray. Did you do painting or did they do painting?
Yeah, they did all the painting, and
Oh,
it's very nice. The hole markings and all that, the registry number, it's all on there.
did you have to scratch off the Russian registration numbers to put the American ones on?
No. The only bad thing about it was, of course, it didn't have a hole in the bottom where I could put this
Oh, yeah, yeah.
into it. So yeah, I had to drill my own hole, and
Yeah, teeny tiny. Cool.
it's well, it's doable. At times it feels like it's kind of shaky, but I just tried to pull it out, and it's in there good enough. So
I mean, I think some of the normal FASTA bases are not very good anyway, so like you're
and
no
this
worse
one's
off than a lot of them.
micro machine space.
Yeah.
Yeah, those FASA ones. Oh my gosh, I've got this is like totally off topic now, but
As opposed to other Flamecast
I've got
productions.
three of the Gorn battleships. So they're like big, bulky things.
Hmm.
And I think on one of them, I actually had the actual stand that comes with it. And those things are so small that it broke off.
Yeah.
even though I
Big
had
chunky
eaten all the
battleship.
food and everything. Well,
You
I
know,
had bases from, well, I've got so many bases from like X-Wing miniatures. I
yeah,
took one of those and just
yeah,
use that instead. So
yeah, those are pretty solid.
yeah.
That's a good segue because I'm now forgetting which one it was, but I ended my Paramount Plus subscription some time ago, and I was like power watching through several things. And was it the end of Picard that had Gorn, or was it the uh, New Worlds? Strange New
Strange New
Worlds.
Worlds had
Yeah,
Gorn in it. Yeah.
it's been a while.
They're more like it almost felt like a Star Trek version of Aliens. So
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
they're almost kind of mindless.
Yeah, I don't know if that's on your talking list, but that last season of Strange New Worlds was a strange season.
Yeah. But I think it's probably the best Star Trek show they have out. Like in this,
I think Lower Decks is probably the best Star Trek show that they have out.
I was gonna say Lower Decks is a. I wasn't sure about it at first when I started watching it. I'm like, Mariner is like really annoying
Yep,
during those first episodes, and once you get used to her, it's like this show is hilarious. It's
that's
great.
her defense mechanism. I think what last time we talked, which was 100 years ago, I think you hadn't started watching Lower Decks at the time. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been really good. And Strange New Worlds, like I will say, they got a lot of flack for some of the oddball episodes. I really liked the musical episode. I thought it
Oh my
was
gosh, yes.
fantastic.
Well, we we were gonna have Matt here, but I'm gonna do a separate one with him, Flamecast with him. So I was gonna break this down into well, because he's kind of involved with stuff with his kid and wife a lot of the times he doesn't get to movies, but I'm presuming he watches more TV shows. So I'm doing the TV
Mhm.
stuff with him
Okay.
and we'll get to the movies. So,
Okay. Sounds
but
good.
before that, oh shoot, there was one thing I gotta get here.
This is good TV right here.
So people on Facebook might have seen this, but I'd been thinking about doing this for the longest time. Unfortunately, I couldn't make this as comprehensive as I would have liked to because I was limited by what I could do. But through Shutterfly, the best of figures and
Oh, how adorable.
so I made two copies. One for myself. I got one for Corey for Christmas present. But if anyone is interested, um, I can I can make more. Unfortunately,
Show
like I
us.
said, it's only like I think it's 20 pages with like 18 pages of the photos and captions. So yeah, you get the
Nice.
like that. So
Cool.
just a little preview. But yeah, if anyone's interested out there, let me know and I'll wait until it gets to like the lowest possible price so you don't have to pay too much. Because like
Yeah.
I think with shipping I only paid like about $10 for this, which that's a deal, man.
Well, on a very similar sort of related note, like one of my fun things in the last just couple months is I did science advising on a novel. So there's a novel that will be coming out maybe this summer or later this year that I was the science advisor on and did a fair bit of suggestions that the author said are integrated into the final copy that got submitted. So super excited by that. The author, some people may know, is Annalee Newitz. Annalee Newitz was a uh, journalist and did like the Gizmodo and Engadget or an IO9 rather network, and has done a lot of like science and tech writing, and has now moved into fiction writing in the last few years. Has written several books, and so it was really exciting, really fun to work with them on it and contribute to something that will go out into the world.
Nice. Awesome. Um, I think that the last time any of us met for one of these, because I had created a Patreon page for Flaming Dust Productions, and then I stopped it because it was like I'm not getting anything here. So then I put it back on again, and I think that was where we left it at that point. Well, shortly after I took it back off again. I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm updating all these other sites with figures in action, uh, pictures and captions, and I just added one more. And if no one's actually looking at it, why am I doing this? So
Yeah,
I
you
I
gotta
just
do
went,
a lot of hustle.
yeah. But I did add one more to uh, where I post this stuff. So I did create a Substack page. Um, well, actually, I had one started for just personal use, and then I had like it's either one or two people that had subscribed for some reason because I hadn't posted anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, well, maybe I could use this as a continuation of posting my stuff. So I went and totally rebuilt it behind the scenes, and now it's a Flaming Death Productions one. And I have built in like one or two subscribers because they just kind of got absorbed by it. So I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens. But I only did that like a week ago, so yeah.
We'll definitely
Anyways,
put links and show notes and all those sorts of things.
yeah, I will have links for all the stuff we're talking about on the show notes and stuff when it finally gets posted.
All right, movies. Where do we
Movies. So,
start? 2.5 years of movies is a lot of movies to catch
oh, I'm not going to go back that far.
up.
Even though on my calendar online, I've got like every movie that I've gone to, just as a reminder to myself, like when I went to a movie, how many movies I've seen, and all that stuff. But yeah, we're only going back. It'll be a review of last year.
Yeah, it's taken me a little bit to get back into the movie watching. Like COVID, broke a lot of people, and I was probably before COVID going to movies once a month or something, not as much as you, I think, once a month or two. And yeah, it's only recently that I've started to get back into the theater once every month or two again. So, but lots of stuff at home. So hopefully I've seen a lot of the
Yeah.
things that we're going to talk about.
Um, this I think I've got these marked down in time order,
Yeah.
chronologically. I was trying to say. Um, so for but you might have some that I probably haven't seen. I probably
Mm.
have some that you haven't seen. So we'll see how this lines up. But I think the first one I saw last year was probably Captain America: Brave New World.
I've not seen, I fell off the Marvel wagon a little bit, I think, once Endgame happened, as I think many people did. I tried to keep up on some of the TV properties, and I think I've seen a couple of the movies, but no, I hadn't seen it. So, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it. I think it was still good. It was an odd choice to use um, the leader as his foe in in the movie because it's like this is a Hulk enemy, and well, I mean, even Red Hulk. I mean, that one I can kind of see because I mean, forget talking about spoilers. People, if they haven't seen this already, then what the hell?
You're just spoiling me, not spoiling the audience.
Well, other than you, but I mean, from the commercials way back then and trailers, you saw that Red Hulk was involved,
Yeah.
and Red Hulk is basically, well, President Ross at this point. He was General Ross. They from the original Hulk movie, he was the one that went after the Hulk, and you know, because Hulk was dating his daughter and stuff like that. So,
When you say original Hulk movie, which one are you talking about? Hulk's
well,
gone through a lot.
the oh shoot, what's his name?
Ed Norton.
Yes, Ed Norton, the Ed Norton movie,
Yeah,
which
not the
I
Ang
still
Lee.
think I like his. I like Ed Norton in the role better than what's his name. I'm going to be terrible at names.
Well, Eric Bana did the first, like the Ang Lee one, which was just bizarro.
Yeah, that just doesn't count. So
Yeah, and Mark Ruffalo is Mark Ruffalo. So
yeah, I mean Mark does a decent job and everything, but it's just kind of hard to imagine Ed Norton doing the same lines and stuff in the subsequent movies. Trying to picture him in the role when, yeah, now we've seen Mark for so long that
yeah, yeah. And he's a very different vibe. Eric Norton
Mhm.
has more of the like Eric Norton. Ed Norton has very much like a kind of sardonic, like sarcastic, sheepish kind of ness that Mark Ruffalo does not have.
Well, the thing that about Ed Norton was he reminded me a lot of Bill Bixby.
Hmm. I was gonna say I loved the TV show Hulk. Like Bill Bixby was very good, and of course Lou Ferrigno was very good as well. But uh, yeah, I still associate a lot of my Bruce Banner with that.
Right. But yeah, so it was all right.
Yeah. Are we doing ratings? What's your star rating?
Maybe out of five, I'd do like 3.5,
Hmm,
maybe
interesting.
3.75. Not quite a four.
Yeah.
I think the second one that came around was Thunderbolt.
I've
Yeah.
not seen that either.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one was a little better. It was that one I would give a four. But
I heard weird things about it. I heard it was the tone was very strange.
the I mean some of the characters were not very likable. I mean, you've got the um this whole group together is like, pretty much trash of the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Brought together and um yeah, some of them just are like, yeah. I mean, one of them gets, well, you haven't seen it, but I'm going to spoil it anyways. One of them gets killed off like almost immediately after
Yeah.
they come on screen. And it's like,
Sounds like Suicide Squad.
in a way, yes. And then by the end, you find out what the star after Thunderbolts and the title was for. It's for blank the New Avengers. So yeah, they become the
Oh,
New Avengers.
weird.
And then I think it was like shortly after the movie came out, all the posters you'd see and all that stuff, it would list the New Avengers after that. So,
That reminds me of another movie that I think probably is in that, window of time that we haven't met that, or maybe it came out before the last time we had talked. That I keep forgetting the name of it because it's so generic. What is the other Marvel movie with the group of people that all wear like the shiny green suits? Um,
hmm.
it's like the Invincibles or it's like the Incredibles, except not. What is the name of that?
Green suits.
They're like super generic. Like you can't really differentiate any of the characters from one another. Um, I'm looking it up. Help me out, AI.
Yeah, totally
Um,
blank here.
oh, come on. Anyway, it's the movie where they like all get together and this is going to be really specific. There's something that's going to destroy the entire planet.
Boy, which movie could that be? I mean, you're not thinking
It
of.
has Kumail Nanjiani in it.
I was gonna say you're not thinking of the Marvels, are you?
No.
Okay.
It is Eternals. See, it's the same
Oh, the
freaking word.
Eternals. Okay.
That movie was kind of, I feel like that movie kind of represents a lot of what has I've felt about a lot of these newer Marvel movies is they're these like muddy things. It's almost like it was written by AI and like there are really good parts of that movie and really just weird and bad parts of that movie. So the few that I've watched, I've kind of had that same vibe. I haven't had anything that just like grabs me like the original series of these things. So
Yeah, Eternals. I didn't have too much of a problem with that one, but I can see why people would. Um, because yeah, I mean, like I said, you got a bunch of these people that all get together, but you don't know any of them.
yeah, I was gonna say, can you name a single character from that movie?
Uh, Cersei, that's one of them. Ajax.
There you go. Yeah.
I
Oh,
only
good
know
job.
some of these names because the uh, the Marvel action figures were like dirt cheap, so I bought some of
Mhm.
them. So,
Okay.
and I've used some of them in figures in action. So that's why I know
Yeah.
some. Sprite. There's another one.
These
Um,
are all products. These are all kitchen products. Sprite, Ajax.
Ajax Sprite.
All right,
Uh,
what's next? We'll hit one of these that I've seen, or I've just done a terrible job.
yeah, it might be. And do you still have Disney Plus yet?
I do.
Okay. So yeah, maybe go through all those movies at some point and um,
Yeah, I
maybe
need to catch up.
after time has passed, they might look a little more favorable. I know that's happened. Whoa, what happened to
Whoa.
the picture here?
Yeah, your camera's been glitching, and I wonder if it just gave up the ghost.
Ah,
There we go.
hmm. I think there might be a loose wire.
Yeah, that seems like it. Yeah, I think on the docket is maybe going through all of the Marvel movies from the beginning again. And then maybe that'll be a good natural transition to continuing on after Endgame.
Yeah, I did that. What about a year or two ago? Just started going through all of them again.
I think I did it during COVID,
Hmm.
as many people did.
And now there's more to catch up on. So,
Yeah.
well, speaking of catching up, I I hadn't watched any of these movies until gosh, when was it? It might have been about 5 years ago. I finally started watching them because all of them came out on Paramount Plus, which I've got the subscription to.
Yep.
I finally started watching the Mission Impossible movies.
I every new one that comes out, I forget what the last one was about. So I don't know if I've missed the last one or two, but every time one comes out, I'm like, oh, now I need to go back and like watch from the beginning in order to catch up. So yeah, a new one came out this last year, right?
Yeah, the
I did not see
Final
it.
Reckoning, yeah, which at the beginning of that one, they do kind of summarize what happens in the movie previous because it is kind of like a two-parter.
Mhm.
So you might not have to go and rewatch the other one if you watch the one that came out last year. And I want to
Yeah, I
say,
think it's
wasn't there was something about this last movie? Did it like finally come out on digital or something like that? Not too long ago. It seems like it was like in the news, um, just not too long ago, and it might have been for that. But Final Reckoning, I guess, is final.
yeah.
Supposedly they're not making any more, so
I hope, I don't know, for the sake of conversation, I wonder if we want to speed through to catch any that we've both seen. I'm sorry, I've done a terrible job of the movies.
um I mean for me, I saw it in the theater and yeah, because when that must have been like spring, maybe early summer. I can barely remember any of the details of that
Yeah.
movie anymore.
You know, the only thing I remember from all of the movies is the first movie that has that stupid scene where he's hanging from the wires that was just replayed everywhere.
Mm.
And the other part I remember is in like the fourth or fifth movie, the one with Henry Cavill, where he does the, gun cocks with his arms.
Oh,
It's great.
I'm still getting some.
Yeah, a few glitches here and there.
I'm gonna have
It's
to
not too
swap
bad.
that camera at some point, I think. Well, it's a Mayo issued camera.
Don't say
Which
that.
that shouldn't matter. It's still a decent camera, but I think my work camera does better than this camera does.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I mean, it was all of these movies, the Mission Impossible movies, I thought were pretty good. Enough where um, I was interested in continuing the story, seeing the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, I think they're fine. They never strike me as like top tier, but they're always fine.
yeah. So I don't know. I'd give this one maybe four at the most. Probably close to that 3.75 again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next one I saw that was James Gunn's Superman.
No, no. I'm failing this.
Yeah, Superman. I ended up going to that one by myself actually because word got out that Superman is too woke in this movie. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like seriously, people. It's like,
good reason to watch it. You know what? Maybe I did see this movie. I did see this movie.
okay.
Is there a scene where they're like flying through a crack in space?
Um,
Like the whole
kind
end
of,
of the
yeah.
movie,
I
there's
mean,
like
it's a
this,
it's a crack that's leading to
yeah,
a black hole.
between, yeah, yeah, that's right. I did see this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, yay. Yeah, because this one has Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Who's very annoying. Who's a very, very annoying. I didn't think it was woke. I saw the same stuff, and I think the part that was woke was the movie was about being nice to people, which is clearly a very woke topic.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, there's the little speech that he gives when he's like, you know, confronts Luther right at the end, where he's like, yes, I'm an alien, but I live here just like you do. I do the same
Yeah,
stuff that everyone else does, and
yeah,
you know, kind of like, why am I getting singled out when I don't know.
yeah.
But
No, I think I like that movie, but I don't. It wasn't like something that was super notable. Again, like maybe your 3.75 or 4 sort of rating.
myself, I would probably give it a four.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the Eisenberg's character, like I said, was I had a little trouble with him, and maybe this is just a Lex Luthor problem, where he spends way too much time and energy focusing on Superman. You know, it's like, get a life. Like, don't you have another job?
Yeah. I mean, as far as compared to previous Lex Luthors, God, this guy's a dick.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and he was brutal to
You're
that
almost pure
assistant,
evil. Yeah.
the girlfriend, yeah, like that relationship was messed up.
Yeah.
So,
I do like how they, see keep some of the characters, throughout the universe, like the aforementioned Eve Tessmacher. So you're
yeah,
just waiting for him at one point to say, Miss Tessmacher, but it didn't happen. I think they
yeah.
actually did that in the Supergirl TV series.
Mm, I watched it. That's
That,
great.
that one is all right. But
Hey,
anyway,
yeah, I've watched one of the movies. It happened.
yeah. Um, and yeah, right after that, maybe a couple weeks later, was Fantastic Four first step.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah, I'll watch anything with Pedro Pascal in it. And the like a good portion of the movie, I figured it out, but I was waiting for everybody else to figure out who what why am I forgetting his name? Flame Boy. Um,
Oh,
what's the character's name?
Human Torch, but
Human Torch, thank you.
Johnny Johnny Storm.
Yeah, I recognized him immediately, even though he looks very different. He's the guy from Stranger Things,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Eddie Munson from Stranger Things, which is a very much a different character, like greasy black hair, like so it was weird to me to see him blonde. He looked very weird as a blonde.
I totally didn't put that together until you said
Aha.
it. Wow.
That movie was okay. I really like the guy who played the Thing. Um, is from The Bear, and I really like him on The Bear. So it's kind of sad that he gets like, 1 minute of FaceTime in the movie and the rest is just his voice.
Hmm. Okay, now I gotta look something up. Uh, and like you said, they use Pedro as the main character there. Um,
Yeah.
when they could have gone and used their previously uh, casted Mr. Fantastic from the alternate universe or one of the alternate universes, and they could have used John Krasinski.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what
Well,
I
I
was
mean, I
totally
think this movie was this movie felt very much like a what other Fantastic Four movie. So just erase the cultural memory of this horrible, horrible series of movies.
except for Deadpool versus Wolverine, where they bring back um, uh, Johnny Storm in that one.
Yeah,
Everyone thinks, "Oh, it's Captain America," and then he's like, "Flame
yep,
on!"
yep, yep.
That was awesome.
Yeah, the cross references are great. No, I that movie got a lot of positive buzz, and so I was excited to see it, and I was a little disappointed. It was fine. What are your thoughts?
That one I thought was up there with Superman. I think I'd rate them both as fours. It was, like you said, a better take on the Fantastic Four than the previous movies, and at least they got Galactus right this time.
Yeah, yeah. The I don't know. I think for me, a lot of it was just like the tone, like the vibe of it felt very kind of awkward. Um, and it felt like that was intentional. Like there was a lot of awkward interactions between the characters, and I think it was intentional, but I think it just was like for me a little uncomfortable, like not as much chemistry as I was hoping for between
Hmm.
the four of them. So it's subtle. It wasn't something that I overtly like, oh, I absolutely didn't like this service. But yeah, three and a half to, and maybe three and a half for me, a little lower.
Okay. Um, okay, so this next one that I went to is let me just look up one thing here. This one is the failure on it is blamed mainly on one person.
Bearing the lead. What is it?
Tron Ares.
Oh, yeah, I did not see it because I heard how bad it was.
No, no.
I'm not a huge Jared Leto lover in the first place, so Leto's a tough sell for me.
I mean, for the most part, I don't care for movies he's in either, but it was like he was almost made for this movie. Not that the movie was bad. It's like he played the character like he should have been played.
Yeah,
Because yeah, I thought the movie was great.
yeah. I don't remember the last Tron movie was quite a while ago now, right? 8 years ago or something like that,
Gosh, even longer than that.
or more.
I think that was over 10 years ago.
Yeah, because I don't remember a lot of it. Is this Tron just another sequel to that, or is it existing
Yeah,
somewhere
it
else?
is.
Okay.
Because they make reference to uh, Sam Flynn, you know, the son of
Yeah,
the Flynn
of
family. You don't know.
the original.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, partly I didn't remember enough about Tron, the whatever the last Tron was called. I wanted to say Rebirth, but that's not right. What is it called?
Legacy. Tron
Legacy.
Legacy.
Similar. I didn't remember enough about it, or didn't like, you know, it wasn't a property that I was like, oh, I need to see the new Tron movie.
I mean, you could have gone into this movie not really remembering or having to rewatch the previous one. Um, because it's for the most part, it can stand on its own.
Yeah.
However, the one thing that I kind of had an issue with was, not only did we not really find out what happened with Sam when he brought, um, was it Kira? Was that her name that he brought with him?
Forget everything about that movie.
So I mean, there's like very brief references to them, maybe twice in the movie, but you don't find out what really happened to them. Um, the movie is called Tron Ares, but yet we never find out what happened with Tron after the last movie. Tron himself,
Hmm.
because I know they were intending to go a different way with this movie until I don't know if it was Jared Leto that came up with the idea. I know he had a lot to do with this movie, but
And you're saying he was the one that people blame for the failure.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, mainly because he's in it.
Yeah. He gets a lot of hate, and I'm a bit annoyed at that, even though I don't love the things that he's in.
Hmm.
I think a lot of the backlash against him is probably partly due to like things people have heard about his like on Suicide Squad. I think he was supposedly just awful on set. This character acting where he's acting like Joker to people.
Yeah, that one kind of
That's
rubbed me
tough.
the wrong way. And then he had so many people making fun of his part in Morbius. And
Yeah, I didn't see Morbius. I mean, he's amazing in Dallas Buyers Club. That makes me like him more. If you want to see a Jared Leto that is a very different, still very much like the character he is in Dallas Buyers Club is much more related to his My So-Called Life character. So it's kind of like more of his roots of acting, but he does a really good job of that character, and it's obviously a dramatic piece. The other ones where he's like the villain, where he's this sort of larger than life ridiculous. It's almost like a version of Johnny Depp. He's like the evil Johnny Depp.
Mm.
This kind of over ridiculous character, I think, is a bit tough for me. I like some realism, I think, in characters. And I think those push it too far.
Yeah. Well, supposedly Disney is like done with Tron now.
I don't know why they made a Tron movie. That was the other funny part, was like, was somebody asking for another Tron? Was there a big push for another
I mean, I was, but
Tron? The one guy.
there's very few of us left. But
There's this guy in the middle of nowhere, Minnesota, who's really into Tron. Can we make a movie for him?
I bet, I wonder if he's still around. Remember Tron guy from way back when, who had his
No,
own like Tron outfit and uh, yeah,
I don't know of this
uh,
person.
his outfit. I mean, they spoofed him on South Park. He was like that big, and yeah, his tights that he wore were quite revealing.
Nice, nice.
And
I don't know why that.
he
What's
was
that?
living in Fairmont, Minnesota, which is my hometown.
Oh, nice.
And because I don't know how it came up in conversation, but at the time, my mom was dating this guy, and he had his own plane, small plane, and he kept it at the Fairmont Airport. And Tron guy also had a plane and kept his at the Fairmont Airport. So they kind of knew each other. And
It's funny.
um, yeah, my mom's friend Jerry, he's like, yeah, I didn't really care for the guy all that much and stuff. It's like, wow, our hometown has Tron guy in it. I don't know if he's
Yeah.
still there or not, but
All right, what's next?
uh Predator Badlands.
Oh no, I have not seen this, but I really want to see it. So this is high on my watch list.
I
The Predator, or Prey, not Predator, but like Prey
Mhm.
is fantastic, and so like I think the new Predator series of movies has been really good.
um oh, by the way, I'd give Tron, I'd say 4.25 to 4.5.
Wow, wow, you are the Tron guy, the new Tron guy.
I mean, I want to keep it where it's like this is not to the level of the Lord of the Rings movies, which I would say fives.
Yeah,
So it doesn't live up to that. So it's got to be below. So
yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, Predator Badlands. One of my friends, who I won't name, he knows who he is if he watches this, but because we were talking about going to this movie, and he's like, I don't want to see that movie because it's got a female in the lead, and I'm like, or a female
You,
heroine.
you know what else has a female in the lead? Alien and Aliens.
Yeah, so it's like I could have thrown that in his face, but I didn't. My first reaction was, yeah, and Rachel's gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
I'm just like, seriously? And the other friend who did go with me, we both went to the movie and thought, okay, we weren't expecting much, and it was better than we thought it would turn out to be. It was quite an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, Predator, it's funny because like I think Predator obviously has been through a lot of bad movies, but
Mhm.
Like the last, there's an animated one. Is it on Netflix or Hulu or something? There's an animated Predator that's supposed to be very good as well.
I haven't
So
seen it if there is one.
yeah, look it up. Look it up. I forget what the name of it is, but it came out like a year ago. Not that long ago. I think not long before
Hmm.
this other, but that one is supposed to be very good. And like I said, Prey was fantastic. I was surprised. I would give it like a 4.5.
Predator, Killer of Killers,
Yeah,
came out, yeah, last year.
there you go. The more you know.
That debuted on Hulu and Disney Plus. Well, heck, I might be able to watch it. I
Cool.
don't have Hulu, but I do have Disney Plus.
Well, they're connected now, so like I got rid of my Hulu independent account and it's now under my Disney account.
Well, I guess I haven't looked recently, but
It is force connected, so like I think if you have Disney, it's in there regardless of whether you want it or not.
last time I looked, because I was looking for, oh shoot, there was another series that was like exclusive to Hulu, and I looked it up on Disney Plus, and it wasn't listed as one of the shows I could get there.
I think I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
With
I may be wrong, but I think as of like 6 months ago, they put Hulu into Disney permanently. It's just a part of Disney. So it actually has its own like bar on the top. Hulu is. I
right.
think Nat Geo is in there or something like that. So yeah, maybe you can get it, but yeah. Anyway, that's I need to watch both of those.
So yeah, that one I would give that four at the most. Four.
Interesting. I have to look and see where that is streaming because it's been a while, so it's probably free somewhere.
Well, that one only came out. What was it? November?
I think maybe earlier, but remember
October,
now we live
November,
in an
somewhere
age
in
where
that.
things come out on streaming like a month after they're in the theater.
Because I think that was a movie that. Um, See, my friend Chris, he's the supervisor of the one of the radiology departments at Mayo, and it's like the radiology call center. And once a year in the fall, I think it usually happens in October, they reserve one of the bigger movie theaters in Rochester for a couple of evenings during the week, and all the employees can get in for free and watch a movie. And they can bring a guest who's not an employee. So that's me. I'm the guest. And we went to see Predator Badlands for that movie. So,
Cool.
um, yeah. The last movie I've listed there is one I still haven't seen, which is supposedly made a buttload of money, but I'm just like, I never got around to watching it. And I'm like, if I miss it,
Avatar. Yeah.
Fire, Fire, and Ash.
What did you think of the previous Avatar?
I'd say that one is okay. I'd probably give it like a three.
So I've been like one of the staunchest defenders of the first Avatar. Like, the first Avatar gets a lot of flack for being like just Fern Gully, basically. Um, which is also a very good movie. But I think as a just general like popcorn, enjoyable, well done sort of thing, I've always thought Avatar is very good. Is it original? No. Is it well done? Yes. The Way of the Water or whatever that was called, the last Avatar.
Yeah.
It was just atrocious. Like I had a really like I would legitimately give that like a 1.5.
Ooh, okay.
It was so long. for no good reason. And so many of the plot lines, like bring back the same villains from the first movie. Like, come up with some new villains. I don't want to see the same asshole,
That's
general guy. Give me a break. And so it's just like recycling all the same enemies, and then the storyline with the I'm forgetting her name, the main character, the main woman.
yeah, yeah.
The story with her going crazy, basically. I was just like, what? Why are we just making this character like a lunatic because she cares about her kids? Like, it doesn't make sense. It just like ruined her character for no good reason, and
Well,
various other things.
after reminding me what happened in that movie, I'm going to lower my score. But
Yeah.
I mean,
So I struggled with it. So that's why I didn't go to see the new one, because I was just like, I it lost a lot of me.
yeah, I kind of felt the same way. That's why I haven't seen it yet. And I can't remember who makes those movies, if that's because that's not under like Disney Plus yet, is it? I don't know who would be streaming it.
Yeah, I don't remember what company does it. I feel like they may be on Disney, but I can't recall. Yeah, it's not going to be. I haven't heard of it coming to streaming yet. So there's one movie I can add to your list that is probably not on your radar, but I've been going through the Oscar potential movies, and one of them that I watched is, if you have Peacock, you can watch it for free. Otherwise, you have to rent it. Is Begonia. So
Oh,
Begonia is Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons' movie, and it is like listed online as sci-fi, even though it's not obviously sci-fi. So it's worth watching from that little like, huh, that's a weird little note on the movie.
did you
But
end up seeing Sinners?
I did, yes, Sinners is very good.
Okay, that's one that, gosh, they've got that. I think they've got it on Paramount Plus right now.
Watch Sinners if it's available. Sinners is
I've heard that's
um
amazing, and I haven't gotten around to watching it.
yeah, I mean, I don't know about amazing. Like, it's gotten a lot of buzz for like possibly winning. For me, One Battle After Another is fantastic. If you're wanting to watch any of the Oscar potential movies, that's the one to watch. But Sinners is good, and it's kind of like a fresh, type of movie without being. It's not like super originally fresh, but it's got some really good elements in it. So I do recommend it. I'm trying to think of like other top sci-fi movies of 2025. Let me look at the list really quick to see if I watched anything. Yeah, Begonia is the top one on the list. So, and Killer of Killers is on this list as well. Oh, so Frankenstein. Actually, Frankenstein. I watched.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
Kind of a tough watch, but it's got some really good elements. The Oscar Isaac is kind of a rough character in the movie, so depending on what you feel about Oscar Isaac, like you may or may not like it. I've always had some sort of problem with Guillermo del Toro movies. Like, I often don't like them as much as I think I should like them. And this one was kind of the same thing. Like, I think he's just got some weird like pacing or tone problem that it doesn't connect with me. But it's on the list of, Oscar nominee movies, so you should look it up and see if it's good.
Okay.
Another one on this list, I will say, um, let's see, Elio is on this list. Elio's animated movie, and that's nominated for, I think, the best animated movie for Oscar. It's okay. It's not that great. Um, the last one on this list that I did not see, although I should have, is whatever it's called, the newest Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. I gave up on
the
that franchise.
Yeah, so the first Jurassic World movie, when rebooted themselves as Jurassic World, I
Mhm.
think was really fun. It was stupid, but it was really fun.
Yeah.
And so I enjoyed it. And then the second movie was maybe one of the top like 10 worst movies I've ever seen. And so it's a tough pushing me back. But I have a funny thing to add about Jurassic World Rebirth, and it's a segue into my own movie news. So Jurassic World Rebirth, I have a friend slash colleague who is a sound person with Skywalker Sound.
Ooh.
So he has worked on some Star Wars video games and things like that, but he also worked on Foley. If you know what Foley is, I don't know if you do, but other people might not. Foley is basically adding all of the sound that exists in a movie after the fact, because most of the sound that is in the movie isn't recorded
Right.
during the action. And so it's kind of bizarro, like he's shown off all of the like weird crap that he has to make sounds for things. But he did Foley and other sound on Jurassic World Rebirth, and so I need to watch it just so I get to see his name in the credits because that's a lot of fun. But I've heard the movie's not very good. But my movie news is the reason I know this person is because he is the sound editor on a film that I have been a part of, which is a documentary film. So I don't know if I mentioned the seeds of this last time we talked or if it's just been a long enough time since we've talked. But through a collaborator, a friend of mine, uh, have made a documentary film that's on prairie soil, prairie, ecosystem. And it's a follow up to her documentary that she had produced herself, a documentary on Antarctica. So she's gone to Antarctica a couple times and filmed a documentary there. And we pitched doing a prairie version, with sort of my research area and got funding through NSF and through some other places and did all of the filming in 2024. And it was a ton of fun. We had two filming shoots, one here in Illinois and one in Kansas. And being on a film shoot is bizarre. Like I was doing a lot of boom mic operation, lots of really high technical stuff. But through 2025, she was finishing post production on this prairie film and doing the pitch to get these things distributed somewhere. And so everything is final. I think that April 1st this year, these films will be airing as a series
Hmm.
on PBS.
Oh,
So as of April 1st, look for Life Unearthed with Ariel Waldman. Life Unearthed with Ariel Waldman. And it'll be airing weekly with these like 20-ish minute episodes. The first three being Antarctica, and then the last three being prairies. And yeah, so that's been super duper exciting, and getting it airing on PBS is crazy. So
okay. Added it to my watch list.
yeah, I'll be posting stuff everywhere when it comes out. But we're going to be doing premieres. I think the latest news is we're going to be doing a premiere for something, Antarctica or prairies, at the American Museum of Natural History in New York. So a screening, maybe not premiere, but a screening at the American Museum of Natural History. So it's pretty cool. And now we just want to get more money to make more films and keep making more of these things. So fingers crossed. If you know any millionaire friends, send them my way.
Unfortunately, I don't. um, yeah, I do remember seeing on your Facebook page, like way back when you had mentioned that. Um, I maybe it was like right after you finished filming.
Possibly, I don't know.
It was a long time ago, but
It was a couple of years ago, and the post production process just takes a long time. She's got an awesome team, but very small. This is like shoestring budget. It's still very expensive, but shoestring budget to put this together. But hopefully, getting this released on part of the problem with trying to get funding for the next thing is people kind of say like, "Well, you don't have anything to show," and it's like, "But we do. It's just not out there yet." And so it's kind of been frustrating that we have to wait, I think, until stuff starts to come out on PBS. Then we can start pitching to places and say, like, look, this has been very successful. Now we can do our next thing. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that happening.
but they're really high quality. They're like, to me, I was a little bit terrified, when we were doing this to see the first copies of things and be like, oh, I hope it's not crap. But it's fantastic. Her composer is somebody who's worked with like really big people. Like she worked with Hans Zimmer. Some of her sound has kind of that like Hans Zimmer-y like weirdness, like weird kind of electronica sort of stuff. But
Mhm.
it's cool.
Awesome. Well, that kind of fits right into the next category, which is upcoming films.
Upcoming
Right
films.
there. There you go. So go and watch that when it comes out on PBS.
I am. I'm gonna like jump in on upcoming films because I just went to the theater the other day to see Marty Supreme, which I did not love, by the way. Um, but there's a poster for the movie I'm most excited for. I've been excited for like a year, and it's coming out soon.
Okay.
Project Hail Mary.
Oh, I have not heard of that.
Project Hail Mary is the second best, or maybe even best book from Andy Weir, the author of The Martian.
Oh, okay.
So he wrote The Martian, which obviously was a big hit, and then he wrote another book which was terrible. Don't tell him I said so. It's not great. But then Project Hail Mary is a fantastic book. And that one is being made into a movie that is coming out in March with Ryan Gosling, who I'll watch most anything with Ryan Gosling in it, frankly. But watch the trailer for it. It's very exciting. I think it'll do well. It looks like a good movie. Looks like it's a well done take on it, and it's a really good story. So super excited.
Okay. Um, so let's see, just looking at what's come out this year and what's coming up. Oh, go see Melania. Oh, wait, it's out of the theaters already. It
Oh
just
God,
opened.
that is science fiction,
I'm
right?
like, yeah. It's like you couldn't pay me to watch that movie. I think the next one's coming up that I actually want to see. And I think this is only coming out on in the theaters for like one day, and then it's Disney Plus right away. Um, because I am quite a big Beatles fan. There is I think it's like almost documentary like if it is, yeah, maybe it is fully documentary, but Man on the Run, it's mainly
Hmm,
about Paul McCartney and Wings. So that one I'm kind of looking forward to.
cool. Yeah,
Otherwise,
I pulled up a list of anticipated movies to remind myself too.
yeah,
What do you got?
because yeah, after that, I'm looking at gosh, nothing I really would care to see up until like May when we get to the Mandalorian and Grogu. So
Yeah, very curious about that. That's definitely on my watch list.
okay, so you know how we were talking about Jared Leto ruining movies,
Hmm.
evidently. So they finally released a trailer for Masters of the Universe.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's coming out June 5th, and
I mean, he's unrecognizable as Skeletor, so
I know it's like, oh, once they heard that he was playing Skeletor, people were like, "Oh, you just ruined the movie for me. I'm not watching it anymore." I'm like, "Oh my god, people!"
like look at the cartoon Skeletor. He's like a crazy guy.
I
I
mean,
think Skeletor should be unhinged, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, you, and it's kind of funny they did this because I heard about Jared Leto's role before I saw the trailer. So I see the trailer, and right at the end of the trailer, they show He-Man battling Skeletor, and Skeletor has no lines whatsoever in that trailer. And it's like, did they do that on purpose? So you didn't hear, or does he get a voiceover? Is he only? I don't know how they're going to handle it, but
Is that coming out this year or is that
that
next
is
year?
June 5th. Yes,
Okay.
it's this year.
Yeah, I have a couple other things on this list that I'm looking at that I am looking forward to.
Um, the one after that, this is like a week after. I can't remember exactly how I heard about this movie, but maybe you've heard about this. It's a Steven Spielberg film, UFO related, called Disclosure Day.
I did hear something about this, but I don't know much of anything.
Yeah, and the trailer is really quite vague. I mean, it's the first trailer, so it's more like a teaser trailer,
A
probably.
teaser. Yeah, I'm not sure if I watched that or not. I think I may have, but
I mean, it kind of sounds like because I even looked this thing up online, and very few details are out there about it. But it almost seems like it's like aliens are living among us as humans, and I would suspect, according to the title of the movie, that um, they get found out, and there comes a day that everyone has to determine or proclaim that yes, I am an alien.
yeah, interesting. I don't know why that reminds me of V. Do you remember V,
Yeah, yeah,
the old miniseries? They made a new miniseries with Marina Baccarin playing a lizard, which is very accurate, I think. But the original I loved. The what's his face Beastmaster was in it, right?
yes. Oh shoot, I can't think of his name. It's Mark something.
It is Mark something, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like Mark something like Mark Singer or Mark.
I, th-
Yeah,
I think that might be right. I think that
it's
might
not right. I'm gonna look it up.
be. I've got
Um,
both the original miniseries and V the Final Battle. I have them on DVD back here. I picked them up like years ago, and I still haven't watched them. I should
how
really.
did my how did my brain get Mark Singer? I'm so weirdly proud of myself. Yeah, Mark Singer. There you go.
Someone's good with names, not me.
I'm they're there. Like I wouldn't have been able to generate that if I didn't just say it out loud. Cool. Yeah, I love the V series. I like both of them, even though the second one I think got canceled or something. But
Well, I mean, those were. 'Cause didn't they have a TV show on as well after the two miniseries, or maybe in between?
I don't remember. The
Maybe.
old one had two miniseries, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
thought there was
then
more with
there's an actual TV
had a
show.
short series as well, but I might
Okay.
be remembering that wrong. But
Okay.
yeah,
All right. What else?
when they redid it back in like the early 2000s, I was actually kind of invested in that show. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see, the parallels and where this is going, and it was enjoyable.
Hmm.
Where I was going out on torrent sites, and I kept the show on my hard drive for quite a while. And then I never got back to watching it because, yeah, 1 year and canceled. I'm like, seriously, they built up
I know.
like the season
I know that
finale to
sucks.
be a big thing and then nothing. Like,
That happens too often. Marina Baccarin, she's on a couple of the Firefly, obviously. Like
yeah, yeah.
same problem. All
Um,
right. What else you got on the list?
so Supergirl comes out June 26th. I'll probably go see that.
No investment in that.
Um, and then it looks like this one might be the big one of the summer. And I was looking this one up yesterday just because the first time I had seen the cast list, it was like, wow, you got a lot of big names in this one. The Odyssey.
Yeah, yeah. So the Odyssey was on the list I was looking at. It's Christopher Nolan, so like it could be good or it could be a steaming pile of crap. Like you never know with him. I know, like people's views on Interstellar are very mixed. I like Interstellar, but
Yeah, yeah.
I, I know a lot of people don't like it. And then Tenet was not good at all. But the Odyssey looks like it could be a ridiculous movie, giant movie.
I think I did catch Tenant on that was on Netflix for a while.
Mm,
I don't think it's there anymore, but I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
right. But yeah.
yeah. For my money, Memento is still like peak Christopher Nolan. If you've not seen Memento, look it up. Have you not seen Memento?
I have not.
Todd Todd Lee, let's
You
search
know,
it
that's
in.
why we have to have these conversations more because you can point me towards the movies I should be watching.
You must watch Memento. Like I'm serious. Like this is a watch it in the next 2 days movie, and then text me afterward because it is unlike. I will say this in a way that's probably going to ruin the movie because I set it up too much. But it is unlike any other movie you've ever seen. I think.
Okay. Add it to my list.
Yeah, top of your list. It is incredibly good, and it's got Guy Ritchie in it, who's often very. I enjoy him a lot of the time, not all the time, but
Okay. Um, we do get another Marvel movie,
yeah, who knows?
like end of July, Spider-Man Brand New Day. So being at
Yes.
Spider-Man, I have some good feelings about this one. So but I have no
I
idea
said
what it's gonna be about yet.
I said Guy Ritchie, and then I checked myself. That's the director. It's not Guy Ritchie. It's the other guy. Oh well, I'm forgetting his name.
Yeah.
Yes, the I have on my list Avengers Doomsday as well, which I don't know anything about.
Yeah. Um, oh geez, how did that get moved over? I'm looking at my bullet list here and
There's a
Avengers.
big one on your list, on my list that you haven't mentioned yet. Maybe it's later in the year.
Yeah, that's like December 18th, so that's like the
What,
third
Dune?
of the year.
When is Dune? Is Dune on your list?
Dune?
Dune Part 3?
Oh, really? When is that supposed to come out?
I don't know. It's listed on here, but that could be. The Dune movies have tended to slip. It says December 18th, but
Yeah, I kind of doubt that's going to happen.
who knows? I've loved the first two Dune movies, so
Yes.
I'm all in.
I'm sure they're not going to release it the same day as Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
It'll
fun?
get pushed up or down, but it's not going to be the same weekend.
Sorry, I looked it up. Memento's Guy Pearce. I knew it was a guy. I just
Uh,
couldn't remember which guy it was. Guy Pearce and John Pantoliano, who's also fun in a lot of movies and has an amazing name.
okay, when it came out, did you see uh, Godzilla minus one?
No, I've watched about 20 minutes of it. I started watching it on Netflix and then I forgot to continue watching. So
Oh my
thank you for
God,
the
yeah, you
reminder.
should totally finish that one. Because yeah, the what was that 2024? I think it was 24. That was one of the highlights of that year as far as me watching movies.
Yeah, I heard really good things. I've never really been into Godzilla or, kaiju movies, so it wasn't something that I like jumped on top of when it came out, but I've heard enough good things that I do want to continue watching it.
It's actually one I saw in the theaters too. And
I can imagine it's good in the theater.
oh yeah, but yeah, they're coming out with Godzilla minus zero on November 6th. So
Yeah, Japan sucks at names. So there's a series. a very, very popular anime series that you may have heard of, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Mm. No, but
It's
my daughter Shelby probably knows.
Yeah, so Neon Genesis Evangelion is in like the OG, like old school of like maybe most popular animated anime series of all times. And they just kept releasing these like redux like movies and follow-ups and stuff like that. And they're all these weird names like, one colon free and stuff like that, where it's just like, who can keep track of what the hell's going on with all these names? Japan likes to do that. There's some great videos out there for you to track down like the literal translation of Japanese movie names. It's especially fun when you see the translation of American movies into Japanese names, and they're crazy. They're wacky. So
That reminds me of um, the Star Wars Episode One, where it was like translated. Was it Japanese?
yes,
Then
into Chinese, no, into Chinese and then back into
okay.
English. Yeah, that was amazing. I don't know if that's still available online anywhere, but that is epic because they voice acted the whole thing.
Right. That one is
What
great.
Yeah, one of my favorite scenes was in one of the dogfights, in the space dogfights. I think it's like Obi-Wan and Anakin chattering back and forth. And the line in the original movie is like, they're right behind me, or they're coming behind me, or something like that. And the translation back and back was like, they're coming in my behind, or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The only other one that I would be interested in seeing next year or this year would be Jumanji 3.
I don't even remember if I watched Jumanji 2. The first one was very good. The first of the remakes was good. The second one, I can't remember if I watched it or not.
The second one had Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it then. Doesn't ring a bell. They
Uh,
needed somebody shorter than Kevin Hart.
well, DeVito plays the main character's grandfather.
Okay.
And yeah, him and another old friend of his get sucked into the game instead of two of the other characters. I can't remember which ones now, but
That reminds me of another movie from last year, maybe, question mark, that we didn't talk about. Did you watch the Minecraft movie?
no, no, I didn't.
Or maybe it was the year before. I can't remember. It's pretty dumb. I didn't enjoy it all that much. But Jason Momoa's character is quite interesting. And I just watched a trailer for some stupid action movie with Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista that I want to watch.
Hmm.
It's, I think, on Prime, some Prime original action movie. That it's Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa. Like, what can go wrong?
Yeah. Well, that's one thing about Supergirl is you do get one of them in there playing Lobo. So
Yes.
he's
All
a little
right. Well,
bit, but yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much my list for the year, which I'm kind of surprised there's this many movies that I want to go to over the course of the year.
yeah.
Because like you, it's been like, do I really want to go see this movie? I don't know. And it's been that way for the past 2 or 3 years for me.
Okay. I'm gonna have to wrap up because of logistics. My battery is low, and my computer's now like giving me all the warnings in the world, even though it was fine a minute ago. So my computer may like blink us off.
Okay, so really quick, um, well, I can skip that part. Okay, fan film of the month. We're going with Star Wars. Darth Vader beats the Millennium Falcon to Cloud City. Um, the only thing that annoys me is that you can totally tell this is AI generated.
Oh yeah,
Um,
there's gonna be a lot of that stuff now.
yeah. Um, I mean, a lot of it they get right, but Lando seems to be shouting a lot when he's having normal conversations because I'm sure that's all they have programmed for.
Yeah.
But
My computer's telling me 11 minutes, so I will
okay.
bid goodbye here shortly, just in case I disappear. Todd can, put a nice cut there that doesn't seem like I stopped mid-sentence.
Okay, so the last thing I'll do will be like a Star Wars counter commercial, but before then, let's
Cool.
go. For people that want to get shirts like this and stuff, you can go to the Flaming Death stockroom. When you go there, like right off the bat, it shows you a lot of like the T-shirts and stuff. But if you go to Explore Designs instead of Shop Products, there you see all the different logos that I have associated with the merchandise I'm selling. And then you click on one of those designs, and then you get everything: T-shirts, hats, stickers, buttons, lots of crap. So,
Cool.
so if people want to check that out, that'd be good.
All
Upcoming
right.
events: March
I
28th.
gotta go, Todd. My computer's gonna die.
I'm trying to
You
get
should,
this stuff in.
but add it all. You should add it all to your chat with that later.
Well, yeah, I suppose I can do that. So,
You know, I just don't want it to clip off mid-sentence, and it might mess up the recording too. So I want to be sure that everything's good.
all right.
It's
Okay,
been
then.
great catching up.
So yeah, upcoming in the next one will be with Matt. We'll talk about TV shows. Otherwise, and that's Flamecast for you. So
All
this is
right, it's
Todd
been great
Wes,
chatting. I was Wes Swingley.
and that's a wrap.